For whatever reason, the NBA didn't do this last year, but thankfully they came back with it this year, and that's earned edition jerseys. They didn't drop them till the midpoint of the season here, but they're here, earned edition. So we have the white association, we have the normal, the icon, we have the city, we have the statement, some have classic, and we have the earned. So 5 or 6, depending on if you have a classic, jerseys per team. So that's amazing. We're going to rank all 16. These are the playoff teams from last year earned this jersey. That's why it's called earned edition. They only got like earned hoodies last year, but they came back with the jerseys this year. It's an interesting bunch. There's a lot of okay jerseys here. Hard to put some of them near the bottom that I did. And it also felt weird to put some that I put at the top way up there because they're not legendary, but they all are pretty weird. So you'll be interested. So we are going to go from worst to best. So getting started at number 16, that unfortunately is my favorite team, the Brooklyn Nets jersey. Now this Nets jersey, I try and think good things about it. But in the end, like, I like the number. I like how they do the number. But in the end, no color, and more so, it just says Nets in that very plain, like a typing font almost. And it doesn't have, like, the cool white on the sides. Like, I really like the Brooklyn jersey, the normal black jersey that we have. But this one doesn't quite get it done for me at all. Like, I hope we don't wear this in the playoffs. Number 15, I'm not so surprised they went this route. It's the Los Angeles Clippers. I believe they've had this jersey before. It's the gray Clippers jersey. I don't know why, but they like to stray from color. They have this great red and blue color scheme, but they try and just use black and now gray as much as they could. Their whole court is just black. It's somewhat sharp, but in the end, you'll get sick of it rather quick. Number 14, I originally liked it, but in the end, it will get very sick really quick, and that's the Portland Trailblazers jersey. I can just think of Dame Dollar pulling up from 30 with this jersey on, and it's very cool, but in the end, watching a whole game with it being just gray, light gray, silver, black, white, dull. So number 13 is one that my brother is higher on than myself. That's the Milwaukee Bucks. I do like the antlers coming out of the side. It's a cool feature, but in the end, it's their white jersey just with a green background plus the antlers. I do not like how it says Bucks on their white jersey and now this jersey. I think it's a terrible font to have on your jersey. Number 12, one that I originally thought would be at the very bottom, but it finds itself in like the second to last tier. Not horrible. It's actually kind of cool, but I'll get a little sick of it if they wear it a lot, and that's the Toronto Raptors. I feel like it's much better off for Toronto if they could wear this thing on the road for whatever. I just feel like I'll like this a lot more if they wear it on the road. Say like a Raptors at Lakers game, Lakers in their gold. This would be a great way to counteract that. A purple and black jersey. Whew, sheesh, that thing's actually a little sharp because overall it's a little bad how it goes like up, down. But the swoosh looks in a great spot on here. Can't say it's bad at all. Number 11, I have Dallas Mavs. Yeah, I have Dallas Mavs. Now, this one looks a little worse than most of them, probably because, like most of the copies of this jersey, because 77 is an awful number with this font. So Doncic picks a bad team to be number 77 on because they used this bad 7 font. So it's another navy jersey. They have like a really dark navy jersey, but it has white on the side, so they just have a navy with blue. I think it's cool that there's a navy and blue team in the NBA, and I like the font. Number 10, this was originally going to be in my top 3 easily, but it's number 10, and that's the Rockets jersey. You guys are probably like, yo, that's sheesh, that's hot. Why are you putting it this low? Maybe you're not, because I've always been higher than probably most on the new Rockets jerseys like these. But in the end, like, while I thought it was amazing at first, I'm like, this is going to get sick, like, because they have a black but with white text. They have a red with white text. They have a white with red text. So the deal is this jersey is going to look great at first, but you will get sick of it and it'll just feel very, very normal. Number 9, also one that I thought would be very high at first, but in the end, it's too plain, and that's the 76ers jersey. I thought it was more tan based on how Locker Vision, which is the site that you could see what every team is wearing for every game, by the way. I don't know if you guys knew that. LockerVision.com will tell you that. You guys can check that out later. I'll leave it in the link in the description. But I thought it was more tannish based on what they put, but it's actually more like cream, which they already have a cream that says Philadelphia with the same exact outline. just having the bell on there, which they love to just stick a number as the main thing in your jersey, but the bell is pretty cool. The colors are terrific, but the bell is not that good, and in the end, it's alright. Number 8, this one, as I was shuffling everything around, always was right near the middle of the pack, and that's the Miami Heat one. It's very weird. Why? Because it's sort of like a normal Heat jersey, but it also is not quite. I just think of like playing with bath toys when I think of this jersey. Well, guys, the deal with this jersey is that it would be more like a normal Heat jersey if they would stick some red on it. Like, I'd say the side should have red on it, because they have a white, they have a black, they have a red, all similar. And this one's just a little bit different, but if they could just incorporate a little bit of red, it could be dope. It doesn't quite look like the Heat without any red, so it really is almost like not even their colors, just because it doesn't have red, their primary color. But in the end, it's a solid looking jersey. On to number 7. So these are supposedly good now because it is my list. Top 7, Boston Celtics. So dark green background, green team name and number, and then light green on the top. So I am just very glad the Celtics actually put, like, you know, a Celtics jersey, like your typical, like, design for a Celtics jersey, instead of another horrendous design like their City Edition, which, if you guys have followed basketball or the Celtics all year, you'd know that they're like, they have to meet a requirement, like every team, for the number of times you have to wear each jersey. But the Celtics are just choosing to wear their, like, City Edition, which is a white jersey that says Boston Celtics in a horrendous font. They're choosing to wear it literally, like, as much as they could. Number 6, one that surprisingly high, because I'm usually not ever putting their jerseys in the top half, but that's the Orlando Magic. You have the logo and the number, which happens to be nicely placed, I will say that, and great side. This is carried by the side, no bad pinstripes like a lot of Magic stuff. Their pinstripes aren't awful, by the way. I don't know how I feel about them. The pinstripes on a white jersey, good, but pinstripes on black or blue jerseys, that's not ideal. But this, having the blue stars, that is, on the side, is ideal. Number 5, this team is in my top 7 favorite teams, and they come out with my favorite color of their jersey. Maybe not an absolute banger of a jersey, but that's Pacers. You got the gold, you got a little unfortunate pinstripes, but it's not that unfortunate. Why? Because they already have a non-pinstriped gold jersey that says Indiana across it. So this says Pacers. You got the pinstripes, which Pacers love, and as you should, because you're Pacer, the racers, you know, almost like the lines for track. Whatever. It's a good jersey, and I hope they win in it, that's for sure. Number 4, when do I ever not like their jerseys? That's the Utah Jazz. Now, I can't say I love... They have a gold jersey just like this. I can't say I love when they have their logo with the number crunched under it. Single digits probably better than double digits for the number there. I don't know what to say. I love... Well, I'm actually doing a YouTube video right now. But I love the side. It gives Oregon vibes. That's what I've seen people say. One person that I saw talk about this jersey on Instagram, they're like, Utah got them Oregon flow going. Yeah. Great colors. Oh, because the Jazz normally have dark green. They have dark green normally in their main color scheme. So this is like sort of Jazz colors, but mixing up a little. 2 years ago, they had a green jersey, a dark green jersey. Last year, no green jersey. This year, second half, a lighter green jersey. Top 3, we got OKC. OKC coming in with the dark blue main, which they like, and then they have the light blue borders with a great font. It's really that simple, and it's very simple, very sharp. Number 2, Denver Nuggets. There's not a ton on the front, but that axe thing with the blue and the red together. The Nuggets have their main color scheme is like navy with some yellow and a tad of red. But they really they have an actual red jersey this year, and they've constantly had that royal blue Mile High City jersey as their statement the last few years. So having this royal blue with red with a white background definitely gets the job done. And now I don't see the back on here, but I'm sure Nuggets jerseys always have great backs. They're a tremendous number. font. And the top jersey, rather surprisingly, dude, it feels like the standings. Nuggets 2, Lakers 1. We've seen that before. But we actually haven't seen it finish that way. It's just such a common thing to say. But Lakers, they got it done. Last year in the bubble, I didn't like when they wore the black because there was just black inside of a gold outline. But they did what they absolutely needed to do. They found a way to have their black jersey but still have both Laker colors, the gold and the purple. Having the purple on a black jersey is tremendous in this Laker jersey. Man, like you're so used to Laker jerseys, but you don't really appreciate just how darn solid they are. Thanks for watching my list, guys. If you want to see me rank more NBA jerseys, if you want to see me rank MLB jerseys, if you want to see me rank NFL jerseys, make sure you tap a like so I know that this is a banger type of idea. Comment below your thoughts, what you agree with, if it was a good list, if it was a terrible list, just something that you would shift around on my list, whatever the case may be. Follow me on Instagram. I'll leave the link in the description. We'll see you next time.